Shri Arvindaya. Om Anandamayi, Om Chaitanyamayi, Om Satyamayi, Om Parame. O Lord, with full faith, love and surrender, we are ready for Thy victory. Let Lord's divine peace be with us. Mantras of the Mother, 26th November. We must see only through the Divine's eyes and act only through the Divine's will. With my blessings, Mother. 27th November. The Divine's love can generate in all peace and the satisfaction that comes from benevolence. With my blessings, Mother. 28th November. Our heart is purified from trouble and anguish. It is from firm and calm and sees the divine in everything. With all my blessings, Mother. Prayers and meditations. November 24th, 1931. O my Lord, my sweet Master, for the accomplishment of Thy work, I have sunk down into the unfathomable depths of matter. I have touched with my finger the horror of the falsehood and the inconscience. I have reached the seat of oblivion and a supreme obscurity. But in my heart was the remembrance. From my heart there leaped the call which could arrive to Thee. Lord, Lord, everywhere Thy enemies appear triumphant. Falsehood is the monarch of the world. Life without Thee is a death, a perpetual hell. Doubt has usurped the place of hope, and revolt has pushed out submission. Faith is spent, gratitude is not born. Blind passions and murderous instincts and a guilty weakness have covered and stiffed Thy sweet law of love. Lord, wilt Thou permit Thy enemies to prevail, falsehood and ugliness and suffering to triumph? Lord, give the command to conquer, and victory will be there. I know we are unworthy. I know the world is not yet ready, but I cry to Thee with an absolute faith in Thy grace, and I know that Thy grace will save. Thus my prayer rushed up towards Thee, and from the depths of the abyss I beheld Thee in Thy radiant splendor. Thou didst appear, and Thou saidst to me, Lose not courage, be firm, be confident, I come. Sri Aurobindo's writings in Bengali, translated in English. A letter to Barin. Pondicherry, date unfixable, April 1920. Dear Barin, I have received your 3 letters and another one today. But up till now I have not managed to write a reply. That now I sit to write is itself a miracle, because I write letters once in a blue moon, especially letters in Bengali. This is something I have not done even once in the last 5 or 6 years. If I can finish the letter and post it, the miracle will be complete. First, about your yoga. You want to give me the charge of your yoga, and I am willing to accept it. But this means giving it to him who openly or secretly is moving me and you by his divine power. And you should know that the inevitable result of this will be that you will have to follow the path of yoga which he has given me, the path I call the integral yoga. This is not exactly what we did in Alipur jail, or what you did during your imprisonment in the Andamans. What I started with, what Lele gave me, what I did in jail, all that was a searching for the path, a circling around, looking here and there, touching, taking up, handling, testing this and that of all the old partial yogas, getting a more or less complete experience of one and then going off in pursuit of another. Afterwards, when I came to Pondicherry, this unsteady condition ceased. The indwelling Guru of the world indicated my path to me completely, its full theory, the 10 limbs of the body of the yoga. These 10 years he has been making me develop it in experience. It is not yet finished. It may take another 2 years. And so long as it is not finished, I probably will not be able to return to Bengal. Pondicherry is the appointed place for the fulfillment of my yoga. Except indeed for one part of it, that is the work. The center of my work is Bengal, but I hope its circumference will be the whole of India and the whole world. Later, I will write to you what my path of yoga is. Or if you come here, I will tell you. In these matters, the spoken word is better than the written. For the present, I can only say that its fundamental principle is to make a synthesis and unity of integral knowledge, integral works, and integral devotion, and raising this above the mental level to the supramental level of the Vijnana, to give it a complete perfection. The defect of the old yoga was that knowing the mind and reason and knowing the spirit, it remained satisfied with spiritual experience in the mind. But the mind can grasp only the fragmentary. It cannot completely seize the infinite, the undivided. The mind's way to seize it is through the trance of samadhi, the liberation of moksha, the extinction of nirvana, and so forth. It has no other way. Someone here or there may indeed obtain this featureless liberation, but what is the gain? The spirit, the self, the divine is always there. What the divine wants is for man to embody him here in the individual and in the collectivity, to realize God in life. The old system of yoga could not synthesize or unify the spirit and life. It dismissed the world as an illusion or a transient play of God. The result has been a diminution of the power of life and the decline of India. These peoples would crumble to pieces if I did not do actions. Verily, these peoples of India have gone down to ruin. What kind of spiritual perfection is it if a few ascetics, renunciates, holy men and realized beings attain liberation, if a few devotees dance in a frenzy of love, God intoxication and bliss, and an entire race devoid of life and intelligence sinks to the depths of darkness and inertia. First, one must have all sorts of partial experience on the mental level, flooding the mind with spiritual delight and illuminating it with spiritual light. Afterwards, one climbs upwards. Let us offer to the Divine Presence in our being The Mother on Education. Before that, we proceed with our prayer to Sri Aurobindo. To Thee who has been the material envelope of our Master, to Thee our infinite gratitude. Before Thee who has done so much for us, who has worked, struggled, suffered, hoped, endured so much. Before Thee who has willed all, attempted all, prepared, achieved all for us. Before Thee we bow down and implore that we may never forget, even for a moment, all we owe to Thee. The four austerities. However, one should not think that the value of spoken words depends on the nature of the subject of conversation. One can talk idly on spiritual matter just as much as on any other. And this kind of idle talk may well be one of the most dangerous. For example, the neophyte is always very eager to share with others the little he has learnt. But as he advances on the path, he becomes more and more aware that he does not know very much, and that before trying to instruct others, he must be very sure of the value of what he knows, until he finally becomes wise and realizes that many hours of silent concentration are needed to be able to speak usefully for a few minutes. Moreover, where inner life and spiritual effort are concerned, the use of speech should be subjected to a still more stringent rule, and nothing should be said unless it is absolutely indispensable. It is a well-known fact that one must never speak of one's spiritual experiences if one does not want to see vanishing in a flash the energy accumulated in the experience, which was meant to hasten one's progress. The only exception which can be made to the rule is with regard to one's guru, when one wants to receive some explanation or teaching from him concerning the content and meaning of one's experience. Indeed, one can speak about these things without danger only to one's Guru. For only the Guru is able by his knowledge to use the elements of the experience for your own good as steps towards new ascents. In conclusion, I would say this: if you want your speech to express the truth and thus acquire the power of the word, never think out beforehand what you want to say. Do not decide what is a good or a bad thing to say. Do not calculate the effect of what you are going to say. Be silent in mind and remain unwavering in the true attitude of constant aspiration towards the all wisdom, the all knowledge, the all consciousness. Then, if your aspiration is sincere, if it is not a veil for your ambition to do well and to succeed, if it is pure, spontaneous, and integral, you will then be able to speak very simply, to say the words that ought to be said, neither more nor less, and they will have a creative power. Bulletin, April 1953. Let us offer Sri Aurobindo's The Life Divine, Chapter 22, Rebirth and Other Worlds, Karma, the Soul and Immortality. But a transference to planes of mind existence or life existence implies also a mind and life sufficiently formed and developed to pass without disintegration and exist for a time on these higher levels. If these conditions were satisfied, a sufficiently developed psychic personality and a subtle body and a sufficiently developed mental and vital personality, survival of the soul person without an immediate new birth would be secured, and the pull of the other worlds would become operative. But this by itself would mean a return to earth with the same mental and vital personality, and there would be no free evolution in the new birth. Let us offer prayer to the spirit of Aurobindo. Let each one of us offer our prayer, just offering the lines what we hear. To live thy love, to radiate thy love with such potency and effectiveness that all may feel fortified, regenerated, and illumined by our contact. To have power to heal life, to relieve suffering, to generate peace and calm confidence, to efface anguish and replace it by the sense of one true happiness, the happiness that is founded in thee and never fades. O Lord, O marvelous friend, O all-powerful Master, penetrate all our being, transfigure it till thou alone livest in us and through us. We offer our prayer to the Divine Mother. We do concentration for a minute. Let each one of us carry the flame of collectivity with a goodwill, happiness, and joy from wherever we are connected. Let us chant Om together with 5 times as a gratitude to the Divine Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Lord. Thanks each one of you. Let us spread happiness, joy to the people around us. Greetings from Aurobindo. We'll meet you again next time. Thank you.